Hi, welcome guys. I am Yogesh from Professional Training Institute. Last class we had developed the requirement of structure. So you are aware of why structure of required? You are aware of
Why structure means like why structure is used because it supports different data types.
it support different data type. But what is the requirement? Why we need structure? No, yesterday, that day we had seen like there are some problem structure, correct? So that time we see if we have to save many data and then if we take the array, then we have to take many array. It's okay, we can save the information, but the problem is for one person information is scattered in somewhere. Name is saved here in the memory. In the memory, name is saved one place, age saved in one place, mobile number saved one place, address saved some place. Although they are in array, all are in array. But the problem is, it's very difficult if somebody wants us, okay, where it is in memory. So we cannot send as a memory address. We have to send, if we are saving 10 information, we have to send 10 address. If we have to send, if we are saving 100 information, then we have to send 100 address. Okay. So indexing we can do. By indexing we are able to reach, because what we can do is we can save all in all array we can use same indexing. So if Abhishek is coming on the 100 place, in all array Abhishek will come 100 place. That we can do. But the problem is these all are the fixed. Fixed in the sense we cannot do the dynamic allocation. What's the meaning of dynamic allocation is, consider you made array of size 100. Later on you feel now we have to increase the size. So you cannot increase size now. Because your program is already compiled. If you want to increase the size, consider you made one array. Consider you made one array of age of size of 20. And you compile your program and your program is running in the field. All 20% had entered their age and every information. Consider 200, consider 2000, anything you consider. After some period of time, consider that is over. Over means all 20 got filled. In that case, what will happen? Now you want to increase the size of age. How you can increase? Not understand?
No, understand, but we can't change it.
We cannot change size. You understand it? Because this is a compile time allocation. We cannot change size. If we increase to 25, then we have to rebuild our code. When we rebuild, all our old data will go. You understand me? We cannot allocate the memory in the runtime. You understand? But in C programming language, there is some provision, I will discuss you later. Through that, we can take the memory from the system. We can dynamically we can ask the memory, okay, give me the memory. So there is some method we will study in a subsequent classes. So we can take the memory, what we will do with that memory? If all information of one person is in one place, consider some information is saved like this. Okay? Smriti, pay attention, it is important. If name, age, address, mobile number, father number, mother number, sex, gender, everything is saved in different places in the memory. Okay? And by some method, dynamic memory allocation, we took some memory. Okay? Don't worry how to pay, but consider we got some memory. Now how do I save? They all are in different locations, right? But if all this information is in collective manner, in one place, consecutive, then whenever I get memory, I can allocate this Understanding? Making sense? You understanding? Okay. So that is the requirement of structure. In the structure, all necessary information we want to take into one place. Okay.
So, but in an array also it is possible because all the information will be in consecutive.
But the all array are different. No? This is considered name. So your name is saved into one place. Age is saved into another place. That is what I am saying.
But in structure, how it will be differ from the
All will be one place.
if even though if age is different variable variable array
Come again.
in structure now name is one array and
We will not save in the array format there.
okay
We will save in the one person information.
one person
We will save like name, after name age, after that mobile number, after that address, like that we will save consecutive in the memory. You understand? And the address will be this. So here onwards consider we allocate 100 byte. So from this address onward 100 byte. So in that 100 byte, initial 20 was name, then 1 byte will be age, then this, then this, then this, like that. Making sense? So later on if we want to increase the size or if we took the memory from dynamic memory allocation or some other method. So what we will do, now we got memory, consider system had given us this memory and we are having address of that memory. They will say okay, this place onwards you can take 1000 memory. You understand? So from here we are having 1000. You consider this structure need 100 byte. So first 100 we will give to 1. After saving all those data, we can still allocate more person. You understand it? Yes or no?
because the memory size he is allocated 1000 and you are assigning only 100 remaining 900 will be
Still we can use. That is not the important. Important part is this structure. All information are in same consecutive memory. That's why you are able to use this. You understand? What I said? What is it?
means all the data will be consecutive. The information what we are giving will be in consecutive. So we can access that information like because it is in consecutive.
So, but if it is in array, then what is the problem?
We can't trace that index. We can't go and point out that particular what is required for us.
What is?
Means it is possible, but it is difficult. We can't locate that one address will be.
No, even though we can locate, we cannot add more because that array is fixed.
Fixed. That is what.
Okay. So, since array is fixed, we are not having any method to increase the array size. You understand? In a runtime, not in a compile time. Compile time you can write whatever you want. But in a runtime we are not having any method. So for that we want all required information to be one place and from there we have to use. Making sense? Okay. Any doubt in the structure, requirement of structure? Okay, so this int A, character B, what is this int? Abhishek, what is a data type? And what is a variable? Very good. What is this?
It is also data.
And this?
Variable.
Very good. So this is data type, this is variable. This is the predefined data type, system defined data type. Okay. And what is structure? Structure is a user-defined data type. So what is structure?
User defined.
User-defined data type. So which one is the data type in this? This is data type.
Indefinite.
Int is data type. So the structure. So struct, struct, and then we have to give the name of data type. What name of data type you want to give? Name of data type. Tell me any name.
Int.
No, int is system defined, it is already used. We have to give our name. So I will make Abhishek or I will make school.
So now school is variable.
We can give any name. It doesn't matter. You can give any name. Abhishek also I can write here. Anything I can write. So
No, he's telling that the school become variable.
no. This school is becoming data type.
Data.
We are replacing integer. That's what I said. Pay attention. Which is data type in this?
Int.
And which is variable?
Int.
Any doubt in this? Sure? Okay. What is structure?
User defined.
User defined data type. So even though it is user defined or system defined, but it is a
Data.
data type. So don't confuse. This is a data type. This is also data type. So when we do like this, consider we are making int age, character, name of 20 and character, gender and int mobile number array of 10. So I can take character. So what I did, I took one character array of size 10 for mobile number. I took character array 20 for name, and I took gender. I can take any number of things, father name, mother name, home address, your address, my address, anything I can take. And all this, now this all become one group. Okay. And what we call this is a structure. And what is structure is? What is structure?
Structure is means user defined data type.
User defined data type. So this become data type. What it become?
Data.
Data type. Which one is data type here? Int. So can I use int equal to 5? Can I write like this? No. Why?
Because it is data type. If it is variable, then you can.
Yes. It means out of data type I have to make variable. Any doubt in this? Okay. So this is data type, right? So I have to make
No, you have to. Structure is user defined data type. Now what you have given information is structure.
this is a data type.
Group. One group you have made.
Data type. This is a data type. Like int, character, like that it become. So int is equal to 5 I cannot do, right? So what I have to do? I have to make variable. So this is what is this?
Data type.
Data type. I have to make variable. Any doubt in this? Any doubt? No doubt. Okay. So how do I make this is what is the name of data this data type? What is name of this data? School. So I will write school and I will write variable name. Tell me the variable name. Subhash High School. That is my school where I passed 10th, 12th in Bhopal. So I wrote Subhash High School. Okay. Any doubt in this line?
But variable we need to declare first.
Yes, this variable. No, this structure will be outside. This line has to come down.
So now variable is Subhas.
Yeah, HS. Highlight HS or Suvash High School. SH.
Then no need of structure.
I explained you not in.
No need of structure.
No, I'm coming. Wait, relax. You forget what you learned yesterday. It's new class. Yes. Any doubt in this? So this is data type and this is variable. Any doubt in this? Clear?
But like if you want to access character, name and
That we will discuss. But any doubt in this line? Because this is data type. You should not get confused. You should not feel this as a variable. This is not a variable. This is a data type. You should not feel confusion with this name. This is like a int, character, float, double, long int. It's like that. All those whatever I took taking name, they are system defined. This is user defined. Making sense? So this is the data type and this is variable. Any doubt? Sure? Very good. Let's move. When my compiler will come here, so what we will see? When my compiler come here, what we will see?
integer type of variable B.
A. What we will see here?
Character type of variable B.
Yeah. What we will see here?
User defined data type variable.
He don't know.
He don't know.
He don't know this thing. He don't know what is school.
Okay. But we know that is.
So we know we are programmer, but compiler don't know what is school.
How to make people know.
Yeah. But are you agree or not? Because when he comes on this line, he will say school. So he will go in search in his defined list. Int, character, int equal to school, no. Character equal to school, no. Float equal to school, no. You understand it? He will search in all his keywords and he will say, I have not found school anywhere. Okay. Then consider if we make some variable here in school. We can make. Can I make this variable? You forget all other things. Can I make this variable? Okay. So he will, when he come here, then he will think, okay, school may be some variable. Okay. But school space is not allowed after any variable. You cannot give space. Means you can give space. You can say a space equal to 5. You can say like this. But you cannot say like this. Understand? So then you will say, okay, school may be variable, but this is not allowed. You have to write some operator. Making sense? So he may feel that school is a variable, but he may find definition of school or he may not find definition of school. You understand? Then he will say, what is school? I don't know. Even though you declare this, then also he will say, I don't know what it is. You understand why this is happening?
Maybe like structure, there is some syntax. We need to.
Yes. So we have to tell to compiler, hey look, there is some struct. You have to tell him, hey, there is a struct called school. And out of that, you make me one variable. Object. You will say object. So this two understand? So if we say like this, we will say this is, hey, you understanding fine. I am not expecting you make mistake, which is you can do. So please ask question. I don't want tomorrow you will again ask what is this, or you are making mistake here. We are paying enough attention, we are going enough slow. If you have any doubt, please discuss. Don't use any word, anything. This is entirely new thing we are learning today. Okay. Any doubt, make it clear, please discuss. Speak more and more so that it will go more and more in your mind. Okay. She is not making mistake. She is not making mistake. I am not comparing, I am saying she is not making mistake because whatever I told her, she is repeating. It's not about repeating, it's about understanding. So please understand, ask question more and more. Don't wait, postpone it. Don't think in mind. Okay. So what is a school?
School is a data type.
Data type, user defined data type. So if I not write like this, school, and if I make the object, compiler won't understand what is a school. Okay. So we have to tell him, hey, look, there is one structure. That name is school. Make one object out of that. Okay, we say object. You can say variable also, I don't mind. But we will say object because leave it. But from here we have to migrate from C++. Then we have to say this as an object. So leave it. No need to worry. So you can say this is a variable or it is an object. Till here any doubt, Abhishek? I am erasing. Anything if you are having doubt.
Struct is a user defined.
Struct is a keyword.
That is keyword.
Struct.
Tool is a user defined.
User defined data.
Data.
Understood. Okay. Now how to use this variable? Okay. So our variable name is sh dot. Our variable name is sh dot age. We can write 20. Dot we are using for the all elements. So whatever element if we want to access, we have to use as a dot. Okay. So consider sh dot gender equal to male. Making sense? How to access array? Sh dot mobile number. Now this is array. This is array of 10 element. So here I am writing 0, 8 and then sh dot mobile number 1 is equal to 9. Making sense? You understand, writing does not help you. If you have any doubt, you ask me. You write it, but you understand what that is.
Why that object dot?
Dot means whatever element of that, we are accessing the element of that. That is the syntax. So it is having, because see, consider you are having a 10 friend. They all are living in one room, in PG or somewhere they are living. You went to the that room, okay? And if you want to talk to one person, what you will say? Yeah, what you will say? Yeah. Real time example, you are 10 friend, it is in one room, you reach to that room, you want to talk to one person, what you will say?
I'll call in by name.
Yeah, tell me what you will say.
Name XYZ.
Tell me the name.
Arun.
Yeah, hi Arun. Okay, hi Arun, come, I have to talk to you. And that you will finish your discussion. Okay, so that is what we are doing. In the variable sh, there are many elements. With this method we are contacting one element. But we are talking to one element or using one element type of. You understand? So same method we can put dot and we can use any number of elements. Making sense? Okay. So write a program currently. So you have to make a structure. You have to make a structure.
That into SH mobile number.
Yes.
Array.
Uh,
We can find full array and double quote. We can write STD code.
No.
It's not possible.
no, we done another example na, where we access.
Um,
That is not possible. We cannot define full array here. Because that double quote method is used for the compile time. Only for the compile time we can use double quote method.
This is talking about string.
Yes. String initialization. In runtime we cannot use double quote for initialize strings.
In structure.
Anywhere. Even in array also.
So, but array we have done during compile.
Compile time we can do.
Compile. Runtime.
Runtime means I cannot write my mobile number here. I cannot write my mobile number here. 8951422196. This is not allowed.
Because only one element.
One element I can write. Okay. So yeah, this is not allowed. Okay. So now what you do? Make a program, make a structure. Okay. Of you can take age, you can take name, and you can take gender. Okay. Make a structure of 3 elements: age, name, and gender. Make object out of that, initialize it, and print the data.
Make object of that.
Make the object of that.
Make a structure of the element name, age, and gender. Make the object of that.
That is structure.
That structure.
Initialize the structure and print the output. Make program. Guys, we are making programs. It may take some time, so stay tuned or little progress the video to come back when we will explain about the program. So our students are making program now. You can also make the program. Any doubt you can ask me. You can mail me on right mail ID. Okay, you can mail us if anything needed. Or stay tuned. Video will be playing now. Okay, make quickly. You can use this place. Okay, done. Yeah, so see, we had initialized the variable here, and when we initialize the variable, only problem is we have to initialize one by one, element by element. So that seems to be little difficult. So what you do in the structure, in the structure, struct structure, you give the name, and inside that, where you make the character array, that you write character pointer called name. Rest all element you keep as it is. Here you make this character pointer. Okay. Why we are making character pointer? Because inside our main loop, what we will do? We will make one variable. We will make character, you can say name of element 10, and this we will initialize with Abhishek. You understand? So this is another array. This is not this one. So we initialize another array, and when we initializing structure, where we write sh dot a, sh dot this, like that, when we are writing, same place, what we will do, we will write me dot name is equal to address of n. So this is the character pointer. So what we did, we took the address of this and we given them. So basically this address we copied here. So when we printing, so when we give fire command for percentage, we will come to this address and we will print it.
No need to dereference that.
No, that %s will dereference. %s we are using, right, for printing, that will dereference. Do it quickly. Do this question again, make a question and do it. Yes, Abhishek ji, what is the status?
One more address I have taken. Like, so, I am looking whether it will print only HS because there is null after it.
Not null, it is space. Space is totally. Null is 0.
Then it will print.
It's compiling. Okay. So yeah. So we had done this two example where like we are using the pointer, structure pointer, and now what is the time? Yeah. So it will be homework for you. So this is also important. Pay attention here. Now you have to do the in the same structure what you made. Okay. See, when we are having integer a and here we are making integer pointer a ptr. So what is this?
Pointer variable.
It's a pointer variable. It will hold what it will hold?
It will hold the address of another variable.
Another integer variable. Another integer variable. It will hold the address of another integer variable. Now we are having a structure. Okay. And we want some variable which can hold address of structure. You understand? We are having a structure. We want somebody who can hold address of structure. So how we make a structure variable? Struct school sh.
We need to hold sh address
We
of
know, very good, very good. We need to hold address of sh. Okay. How to? But for that we need one variable. How to make that variable? Same method. Okay. Can you tell? I have to make one variable which can hold address of structure. So I have to make that variable. Tell me what I should write.
dptr
bptr.
is equals to and sh.
अरे make first variable ना.
int bptr.
Int bptr. you know what I'm asking or you don't know what I'm asking?
Means we need to hold that SH address in PPTR. Like,
But it is int, na? Like this?
pointer. You want to, that means pointer variable.
Which one?
PPTR.
What it will hold?
It will hold integer value.
Integer value.
Means address of another variable, that is integer value.
Okay. It will hold address of another integer variable. But do I want to hold address of integer variables? Yeah.
Structure.
Then, and first of all we have to define PPTR. Okay. What I have to do? Quickly. Abhishek, you say struct
School PPTR, well-known variable.
what is different between SH and PPTR?
Only when variable names are changed, when two different structures.
Yeah, but I want one variable which can hold address of SH. What I have to do? See here, what I did here to hold address?
Pointer.
Star, H3. So now it become a pointer of structures. Okay. So what it will hold?
Now it will hold another variable address. Address of it will hold address of another variable.
What variable?
Structure variable.
Okay. So it will hold address of another structure. What will? How much memory he will take? BPTR.
Memory size.
Memory size. Okay. All pointer will take memory size. Okay. So BPTR is equal to m% of SH. Okay. So now this address came here. Making sense? Okay. In your same example, you can do this. You can make this variable. You can assign address to it. Now, what is this? What is this?
BPTR is a variable which holds the address of SH.
Okay. So basically, it is a pointer.
Pointer.
It is a pointer variable which is pointing to some structure. Now, through pointer, if I have to access the element, for that the method is BPTR arrow key and age.
So why arrow key earlier?
Because it is a pointer. Earlier that was a structure, object. This is the address of object. Earlier I was talking Abhishek. Now I am talking the person who is sitting on that chair.
SH means SH dot age. Age we can.
SH is where?
That variable dot age.
Yes, because that variable directly we are using. But now we are using address. So address arrow key like this. All variable, all element you can use with this method. Okay?
No, this will give address or
It
value.
will give you
Value.
okay. You do it. I have to start. Thanks for watching. Do practice. Make a one structure. Make a one pointer which is like structure pointer, and assign the address of a structure and do it. Yeah. Fine. Thanks for watching.